Hello, Professor Pajare. How are you doing on this fine day? Right now, me and my fellow group mates
Hi, Professor!
will be presenting our analysis regarding the case study, I Can't Just Work With Her. Good morning, Professor Pajare. Today, me and my fellow group mates will present to you our analysis regarding the case study, I Just Can't Work With Her. In the Northeast Sales Division, there has occurred two issues. The first one is between Renee and Melissa, and the second one that it lies within its leader, Neil Bass. As you can see here, we have the organizational structure of the Northeast Sales Division. On top, we have Neil Bass as the Vice President and leader of the Northeast Sales Division. On the bottom, we have Melissa Ingram and Renee Ford as equal employees of the Northeast Sales Division.
So, before we enter to the problem, we try to break down the perspective of employee in the company. First is Neil. As he said to Frida, he thinks that Renee is the biggest problem. But on the other hand, Renee thinks that Melissa's system is wrong, which means Renee blames Melissa. Renee's opinion also supported by the other sales director, as explained by Tracy. But even though he doesn't really agree with her attitude. And the last one is Melissa. She thinks that the organization structure needs to be fixed, so she make that kind of strict system. When we make the system, she also realized that her coworkers blame her and they don't really like the system. But she doesn't really care about it. So, because of that different perspective, never really discussed it, it led to another bigger problem, such as lateral communication problem.
So, what kind of lateral communication do we have here? We have two biggest lateral problems. The first one is Melissa's personality, and the second one is Renee's emotion and language. First one, we all know that Melissa is such a new employee. She just came a year ago. But then, what did she do? She came and made a really strict system without concerning other members who are going to implement the new system. This is the evidence of her personality. She was saying, I'm sure they are all complaining, but I don't really care. That shows that Melissa's selfishness and rigid personality are a big problem for the company. Next one, Renee. We all agree that a professional workplace needs to cooperate with everyone, whatever the condition, good or bad. But here, Renee has reached the limit of her patience. She yelled, she was mad. And because of her, according to Melissa, Olivia, Melissa's team analyst, quit last month. Is it a big problem? Yes, it is a big problem. Then the next question, what caused the lateral communication problem happens? For Melissa, we analyzed, we believe, according to OB theory, it's called selective perception. Melissa's first impression towards the company was bad. When she came, she saw a lot of illegal activity, corruption, and it made Melissa generalize that everyone is her enemy. And what's the result? It's Melissa's current personality. And for Renee, we analyzed and we believe that she got information overload. According to the case, Renee, as the sales director, she got the biggest territory to cover. But then, Melissa came and made a new system, a strict one. It made Renee has to work more, and more. And the result, yes, information overload. She reached the limit.
Okay, now moving on to the organizational structure of the company, in which it shows how the delegation and system works in a company. So as can be seen, we think that the company organizational structure is chain of command. Chain of command means like the task result will be informed to those in the higher position. However, Melissa is controlling and managing even the tasks she's not supposed to handle. As a result of this, like the chain of command is not functioning properly as it's supposed to be. And it makes like most employees feels that they work for Melissa instead of working for Neil, who is the vice president of the company.
Cut. So, last one is leadership process. As a leader, Neil is supposed to attempt to organize between his works member and their relationship to achieve the company's goal. However, in this case, Neil doesn't even really know what's going on in his team at all. Second one is consideration. Also, as a leader, they need to have like kind of consideration to the team members, like to consider their feelings, to consider the relationship between the others. However, like Neil, when Rini came to him and like say, oh, I have a problem with Melissa, kind of blah blah blah, and he was just like, okay, I just don't really care, and it get worsening, and now he's panic and asking for Farida for help. And the last one is evaluation. Like as a leader in his team member, he's supposed to help like evaluation every 3 months, like every 6 months, like as often as possible. But in this case, he only did it once a year, which is like it could prevent the case to be worsening like this.
Moving to the solution of the problem, we are dividing solution into 2 parts. The first one gonna be agreement, and the second one is training. So for the agreement, for the balanced workload, from the case we can see Rini is the one who has the biggest workload among the team member, which makes she feel uncomfortable and unfair. Why she have to have that much workload while other members, for example Leo, the one who doesn't really have work to do. So in order to solve these problems, we think first of all, Rini should know how to divide the work and ask for help from other members. Secondly, as a vice president, Neil should know how to divide the work. So divide the work equally, like not only for Rini but like for other members as well. Lastly, what the fuck is that? Sorry, can we just cut?
From
Yeah.
last is fine.
From lastly?
And lastly,
Assistant.
Wait. Action.
Lastly, Rini can have some assistant who can directly help her to solve the problems. Moving to the peer evaluation, we need to conduct a meeting within the team at least once a month. Why is that? Because misunderstanding is the biggest problem, which leads to a lot of like conflict and misunderstanding between the team members. So we think it's very important to gather all team members more often, so that we can give the chance to people who's having problems to speak out their thought, as well as to give other members the chance to listen and understand to their members' partners' problems. Last but not least, rule for the operation. Here we are giving 2 options. The first one gonna be Melissa make the rule. Make sure that the rules she make will be accepted by the majority. And the second one gonna be Neil is the one who can make the rules. So why? Like from the case, people know that Melissa always make a lot of new rules, like so sudden, and without consider about other people's situations. That's why it make other teammates think like Melissa always acts like a boss. So to solve that problem, Melissa should make sure the rule she make is reasonable and good for all teammates, not only for herself. And Nels, as the vice president, once again, he's the one should know like all member situation the best. So it's better for him to be the one who make the rule for the whole team.
Training. For our main solution to solve the problem is to create a workshop for the team. This will relate effect to every members. First one is for leader Neil. The reasons why we suggest to train Neil because one, training the leader will make every member of the team feel like everyone tries so hard to make the problem getting better, even the leader. And two, because Neil need more leadership skill and conflict management skill. The second one is bonding. As we know that the relations of work outside is related to job certification, and this would be heal the conflict between Melissa and Nels. This is the same as Gohankai. This is so important to Japanese people.
So for our training for the teammates, we have divided into 3 parts: feedback, job rotation, and reflection time. For the feedback part, they're each gonna give each other feedback, bad and good parts, as they can like communicate with each other for both Neil and the teammates. And for job rotation, we think that the conflict's reason is that they didn't know each other's daily life of working and how they work in each department. So we think it is the best idea to give them job rotation and see how each one of those people work. And for the reflection time, the people are gonna write down each like how the teammates' conflicts are going right now, what problems are you facing right now, and the last part they're gonna write how they can each contribute to solve this problem. So the third part of the training is for the teammates. For teammates, we have divided the workshop into 3 parts: feedback, job rotation, and reflection time. For the feedback time, they're each gonna give each other feedback, both bad and good parts of each other, and how they can do better in this work. For job rotation, we think that the conflict is based on why they don't know each other's daily life and workload that they have and how they contribute to the company. So we think it's better to rotate the job and see how each one of those people work in one day, just to make like a small simulation in this like short amount of time. And for the reflection part, we're gonna give them questions as like what is the problems that you are facing right now, and how are you gonna contribute to solve this problem.
Professor Fajari, thank you very much for your time and attention.